themselves. Battle zones throwing tests at themselves. Legions clash under neon lights. Death grips the corners and the endless fight. HOODMAINIA rise while fighting the veins. A worthy addiction, no broken chains. Only multiple warriors stand tall. Latin legions bring the brawl. Void groups waging the grand campaign. Victory calls through the pain. The weekly habit fuels the drive. Counting the fallen, still alive. HOODMAINIA rise while fighting the veins. A worthy addiction, no broken chains. Only multiple warriors stand tall. Latin legions bring the brawl. Total groups waging their grand campaign.
All right.
Yes, sir.
You guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been ready. Born ready.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going
What's
on? HOODMAINIA was fucking awesome, right?
Yeah, that show's fire, dude.
Hey, the champ is here.
What champion you got there?
The interim championship.
Yeah.
The one.
I got, yo, for you being the CFO owner of HOODMAINIA, you screwed me.
I mean,
Me
I
too,
did put
man.
myself in one of the matches, so you know.
I know, but you screwed me. Me and Cobra had an excruciating first
Yeah,
battle
that would have been
for the
dope.
championship. Then I beat Toy Addict 17 in the Bloodlines rule.
Yeah.
That was an awesome match with him. And then the final match, you put it what was that? Championship hanging on a freaking cord,
Yeah,
and I lost.
A TLC match. Yep.
TLC
Tables,
match
ladders,
where
and
I
chairs.
lost and I didn't get pinned. I got my Hoodcast contract, HOODMAINIA contract right here,
I see
and I'm
it.
invoking.
Yeah.
Invoking. KJ, I'm coming after you. My rematch clause.
Yes. Claws
well.
like you know, not Santa Claus, but more like the claws that you drink.
The class.
Right, look at that.
Hey, Fallen.
Signed right there.
Hey, Fallen, do me a favor and
Fuck off.
handle the comments tonight if you can.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yo.
Yeah, that was great, man, and I really look forward to the future of this Hoodcast AF wrestling events with all our friends.
No doubt.
I think it could be really cool if and everybody is welcome to join in with us, right, bro?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Toy Art Unlimited he says, "What's up there, cupcakes, compadres?" Hey, I was trying to do my best KJ impression. Our HOODMAINIA champion.
Don't mention that name.
Put
All right,
sour
so why
taste in
don't
your
we-
mouth, huh?
Why don't we let me throw this image up real quick and we can discuss this shit. So day one, let's see if this is day one. Day one was a success.
Absolutely. I was there. I
Me
pretty
too.
much called every match on that card. Like I had some help from Chisel and Cobra, but it was mainly me the whole time, which made it like I think even better.
Yeah, I
And
think you should.
I
Take,
popped in there. To give me some
yeah, I
credit.
think you should take the reins from now on because you have a real good. Especially when you're putting it together. You already know what's going to happen. He's seen it a ton of times. So yeah, your
Well,
commentator.
he also knows the moves better than most of us.
Yeah,
But,
his commentator.
I gotta admit, Kevin too knows all the moves too. He was pretty dope too.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. So what was it? Day one, we kicked it off with
The ambulance match. So this was a long built-up feud between Bingo the Clown and Chisel, or Toy Art Unlimited, who plays Bingo the Clown, or is his manager, however you want to see it. And this was built up on the Hoodcast show where Bingo would call in and then Chisel would berate Bingo, and it'd be back and forth, man. So why not have like a ambulance match? I was gonna do a casket match, but it got so fucked up, like, and the game was so glitchy, it just wasn't working. And I tried so many goddamn times. I was like, all right, let's just do the ambulance match.
There was one dope glitch though.
Yeah. And Chisel won that, and that wasn't. I didn't decide for that. I didn't decide the winners on this. The game did. So I have no decision on who wins. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but no. the only decisions I made was that I wasn't going to win anything. You know, I want other people and listeners, watchers to win shit. You know, I don't need to win unless it's like intermittent, like Tony. And then
What
people get to take it away.
What would be cool if eventually we all get the game and then we can actually control by creating our own players personally at home, we can control a match and be in control. So it's not just, hey, whoever won. It's actually determined by the skill of the.
That could very much happen. The only problem is if people make their character with certain parts of costumes that people haven't achieved in the game, then your character won't be playable. So you would have to do it bare bones, like I have. I have bones, you know, on the game.
Sorry about that. But I think it still can work. All you need is a version of the game, right?
Sure, yeah. It would still work, I think.
Even if the guys have PS4,
because like I could stream it while everyone plays, you know,
right?
And it would somewhat work. I think it would actually have a lot more problems, but yeah, you could probably do it on Twitch and everything else too. People were asking me about Twitch, and you know, I'm just I haven't gone.
Well, I know for sure we can do it here because I have the actual
Twitch.
Twitch? I have the device where I can do the StreamYard to YouTube.
Yeah,
like you have to connect the
my PS4. Yeah, I mean my PS4
dongle device. Yeah, and it works perfectly.
Yeah,
I mean to a degree, but yeah, it works pretty good. And it's only like $20 on Amazon.
And then our next match was
the 3-man tag match. So that's 3 members to each team. And this was an official tag match. You had to tag each member. And this was Highly Posable versus Hoodcast. So Highly Posable was Vile Labs, KJ, and Diggs Figs versus myself, Cobra Dad, and Chisel. And it was going pretty well, man, up until like I bitched out. And I forget who I think Diggs tapped me out. Or maybe it was Vile. No, it was Vile. Vile tapped me out. And you guys did nothing to save me. I was right in the corner where you were, Cobra. And you just stood there and watched me lose for your team. You're like, I don't care. I'm HOODMAINIA champion. Once again, Fallen fucks up.
No one to pick up the slack.
There you go. Then it was the mystery opponent match. That was pretty fun.
That was fun.
This was originally like if I did make Mike TV's character, he was gonna battle the mystery opponent, which turned out to be the Todd Father himself. McFarlane
cap and everything. That was dope.
Didn't Mob Boss like kind of help you create that or something like that?
That was Mob Boss's character. That's what he wanted me to make, was Todd McFarlane. And he wanted a match with Mike. And so eventually I said, look, you'll eventually get the match with Mike once I make his character. And just, you know, I have too much to do on this show already, and there's too many matches.
Giveaways, fuck off.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. It was my first time doing giveaways on the StreamYard.
Right. Hey. I think we did a good job.
We ended up doing it's like wrestling is fucking real and shit. Come on, but the giveaways are real.
We had some fire ass giveaways. I sent the belt out to KJ, so hopefully I think he'll have it tomorrow.
I hope he doesn't do a what was it, Blaze? That she went from WWE and she dropped the WE championship when she went to WCW in the garbage can.
What if everyone else starts having their own championships, like the AWA championship, the Latin Legions championship? Then nobody can see that. What if there's one person who like he's like the Kenny Omega and he has all the show's belts? You know, talking about myself,
like Miss Monet from AEW.
But yeah, then we wrapped up day one with the Battle Royal.
Yeah, the Battle Royale, that's for the #1 contendership. And that was if you throw your opponent over the ropes, you know, you're eliminated. Yeah, and Tony, that was a wild battle because it came down to what Tony, Epion System, and maybe Bingo or something. Like it was pretty epic.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, who was the winner of that shit?
Duh, me.
Oh no.
Oh wait, yeah, that's the number.
I was the #1 contender for day 2.
Some
Hey,
John
we
Rick
had some good
Anthony
promos
thing.
after that match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
yeah, I like that.
Toy Addict took it to heart though, man.
What happened now?
Toy Addict took it to heart though. He was like, "Yo, man, I was on your side, but then you cut a promo on me, and I said, fuck you. I'm with Cobra Dad."
There's a lot of thin skin in pro wrestling,
Yeah.
even in the digital world.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
All right. Let me get the image for day 2 up real quick, guys.
The giveaways were fire on the first day because we had
Yeah,
the
definitely,
Mankind
yep.
signed comic book,
Hell yeah.
which I think you won, Tony. Yeah,
Indeed.
and you had the #1 contendership, so you were primed to win everything. You know, you won the
I
big
did.
prize for that day. I think you and Kevin both won a Hall of Fame ring from
That was hot. I like
secondary
that.
show, WWE.
Mm-hmm. And who won the Wolverine?
That's day 1, Cobra.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm fixing
Who won
it.
the Wolverine action figure that day 1?
Highly posable.
Oh, nice.
But I think it was who controls Highly Posable? Is that Vile Labs?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't claim it. You gotta claim it.
Oh.
He pops into the show to say, "Hey, what's up? I'm here." Like, show support, and then he goes, "It's fucking wrestling. I'm not gonna watch this.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll still send it to him if he wants it. If he wants the fucking CT Toys Wolverine, I don't know if he does. He probably has
If
it.
you don't, send it my way.
I know you're taking everyone's toaster leave-ins, man. You got
no, he said he did claim it.
he did claim it. Okay, I'll send it. I sent out most of the packages today. I'll get it to you, man. My bad.
Vod, have it rerouted to my address.
Yeah.
Like Tony, let's see, Mike V Town, he won the Mr. T, and then he said send it to Tony. Well, first I didn't see that, and Tony's like, "Hey, he gave his Mr. T to me," and I'm like, "Really? Did he?"
I said, "Why would I fucking lie?"
Yeah, why would you fucking lie? I'm like, I don't know.
Thanks, Mikey.
If I hurried up and sent it, I'd be like, "Oh fuck!"
Right
now I owe someone else a Mr. T.
All right, just give me a second. I have to download that. Okay, it's sent.
Miles says he watched both days.
What was the was it
you want me to
Mr.
upload
T
it?
just it was just regular Mr. T, like
no, it was,
or was it Legend
Creations?
It was the first time they made Mr. T in Mattel line.
What was it, a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive? And
it was one of those, something like that. I can't remember. It was so long ago, but it's a cool figure. It's just not anything that he really wore. But he's got like the army jacket and all the gold and then some other shit on. But
yeah, if you got the Hulk with the camouflage fatigues, you could put them together.
All right. Let's see if I did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray.
I like turtles.
Oh, he watched both days, motherfucker. Okay, I just look. I was busy commentating and running a show, dude. Sorry, bro, but yeah, I'll send it to you, man. Don't worry about it. And it'll be clean. So.
All right, so day 2 kicked off with Extreme Tag Match or whatever.
So that's everyone fights everyone at the same time. No tags needed. So Worthy Addiction versus Highly Posable, and this was like a great start to the day too, because I think I want to say a Worthy Addiction pulled it out on this one. Highly Posable lost, right?
Yeah.
Toy Addict won the match.
And which was their day because they were also commentating. Toy Addict 17 and Worthy Collector.
Yep, they were with us. Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Then the Extreme Rules Championship.
Grueling match, man.
Both you guys.
Yeah.
And that
Cobra, you brought it.
Way.
Yeah, it did. It was really good. But the cream rises to the crop.
When it was going down live, I was in charge of comments, so I couldn't really focus on like the characters and shit. I had a good time regardless, but then later on that night, I put it on the living room screen, and then I was watching it with the commentary. Man, that shit was so fucking fire, bro. The 5 Figgy Shizzies.
Oh, the 5 Figgy
Shizzy.
Shizzy.
Dying, bro. The 5 Figgy Shizzy. And she had me dying laughing.
I mean, you
even
did
though we lost that match,
you did have John Cena's his moves.
it was
You know,
perfect.
all of them.
Yeah, you were. That was pretty clever.
The Skybanger adjustment.
Yeah. The Skybanger.
I'd have to say it was much better than John Cena's WrestleMania match.
Oh, that's horrible.
Like
We'll
1,000
speak on
times
that
better.
later.
Yeah, we'll get on to that later.
Garbage.
And
I was
then,
victorious in that match, grueling match. I became the HOODMAINIA.
Yeah, HOODMAINIA.
Like a real quick,
25 champ.
a quick run at the strap for you.
Oh yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
defended it twice.
You were the shortest champion in HOODMAINIA history.
That's right.
Yeah.
Big things come in small packages. That's right.
Yeah, my old lady says that shit all the time.
Championships. Championship comes in small. Look at my belt. Look how tiny my belt is. It's a cock ring.
Yeah, I could use one of those, dude.
But then the Bloodline rules match.
You lay it down like-
The belt or a cock ring? Which one?
Well, I most likely will have the cock ring on while the belt is placed on the erect penis.
All right.
Because-
All right. So you need the cock ring just to push that extra.
Well, the cock ring is, as you know, my age, gentlemen.
The ring only lets blood in. It doesn't let the blood go back out.
Yeah.
That's how it works, man.
So you're telling this would be just on your head and that's it, right?
And then I walk into the room like, oh, you didn't know?
And it falls off.
Go ask me to call somebody.
What's up, Matt?
Yes.
What up, Matt?
He's 100% correct. So the Extreme Rules Championship where
yes.
Tony Tarbox won, it was a big surprise to see Lulu entering with Tony Tarbox Open today. And I got to think she's got to play a bigger role in the future. You know,
Yeah,
some things got to go
If
down.
we didn't know, we learned Lulu is hung that night. Lulu is
How
hung.
sexy
Right.
was she?
She was hot, right?
I
Yeah.
can't believe they YouTube let us like have her show her live titties, you know? Like she had the He-Man chest plate thing, you know, the straps.
Yeah.
But you know, those titties were right here. You
Yeah.
know, and then the cross is, it's like, dude, come on. We know.
It did some damage. And speaking of damage in that extreme, the Bloodline Rules match, my homie Psycho Ed also joined in the fray and kicked some ass, man.
Yeah, that was a big surprise too. Psycho Ed showing up, and he had like this cool wizardy shirt on.
Yeah, with the do-rag and everything. I was like, that's spot on, yo.
What up,
I
Matt?
was taking a guess.
Yeah, he had a Latin Legion's do-rag. That was pretty cool.
What up, Matt? What up, Matt?
Double
Thanks for
double
joining, brother.
fun.
And then okay, so Tony won. Tony won, and I was defeated for the shortest reign. Then Tony gets pushed right into Bloodline Rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, And
That's
then
where
like Lulu
Lulu made her
actually
first
showed up
appearance.
helping out.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Psycho Ed
And
came out
then
as
it
well,
was
helped out.
it was Tony victorious on that one.
Yes.
So AWA only had 2 people come out and help them, or one person. Basically, it was, you know, Toy Addict 17 and Unworthy came out to help them, but then nobody else came out to help a Worthy Addiction at all.
No love.
But Latin Legions, they got Psycho Ed, Lulu. And
Yeah,
then at
AWA
the end, you think KJ might be coming out to even the odds? No, KJ turns on AWA.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, it
You
was.
got it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's La Raza, man. You keep them together, brother.
Simón, cabrón. Pocos locos, pero locos.
That's right, man. You
But
get
yeah,
your back.
you would think AWA would have like Clint-tastic or one of those guys come out.
I would have. Yeah, that'd be cool if they showed up, but not this
I
time.
mean, maybe SummerSlam. You never know, you know.
Yeah,
It was whoever was in the area that night. You know.
yeah.
I think KJ was eyeing the prize. He thought, look, if I get more star time tonight and I do something like that no one's going to think of, then maybe, you know, I'll be put in the HOODMAINIA Championship tables, ladders, and chairs match.
I think
Now-
I got laxed. I think that was it.
There would have been more match
I got
types.
laxed.
But the
Yeah,
game
I got
sucks at like it would suck to do a Hell in a Cell and then you can't see shit because the gameplay is weird when you do the Hell in a Cell. So I didn't
With all
do
the
any of
cage
those.
and shit like that.
Yeah, you have to watch it through the cage, you know, which
Yeah.
sucks.
So kind of KJ did a double swerve. He did the swerve
Unknown
on
caller.
Bloodlines.
Oh shit.
My bad.
He did the swerve on Bloodlines joining me, But then I got too. I guess I gotta admit I got lax with the tables and ladders match and wasn't paying much attention to him. I thought we were double teaming and all that other stuff, and then he scored the victory.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing about tables, ladders, and chairs. Anyone can take it, just from not paying attention.
Once again, I invoke my Hood Mania contract, AJ. My rematch clause.
You got the two good shit.
This is a legit contract. You can tell by the writing on it. Crayon is our preferred. You have to sign it in crayon.
No, that's ink, brother. This is the contract you gave me.
Okay, well,
I signed it in ink. You made it in crayon. Is this crayon?
I don't remember. I was drunk, man.
Yeah, no wonder it says clause.
Hell yeah.
All right. Good shit, guys. So all around great.
And as you can see, KJ's not even in the chat. So
yeah, of course.
Because he's somewhere shining his belt,
He hasn't even received it yet. What is his tool belt?
He's at home washing his tights. What movie?
Don't know.
I don't know.
I never good with movies.
89. And where is the Batman?
I don't know.
He's at home washing his tights.
I don't think he says paint.
So, so how about the actual WrestleMania, guys?
HOODMAINIA was way better both nights than both WrestleMania days.
I think so too, and I could be biased, but still, normally WrestleMania has some good moments and shit. And I'm not saying it didn't, but it was very, very lackluster both days.
I think, if anything, I think the women brought it this year in their matches.
I think so.
Yeah,
I
more
agree
so
with
than
that.
the guys this year.
I wasn't very interested in the women's match. Bingo said that Chisel had someone in the ambulance helping him open the door. He demands a rematch.
You know what? That's very possible. Very possible.
He had it set up. Yeah.
To spring open. That it could happen. Maybe Fallon was in there like helping him.
Zach Harris.
Stop fucking calling.
Was that BC?
Yeah, he's probably trying to get me to podcast with him.
Throw him the link.
No, he's doing his own shit.
About that. Go ahead.
I dare you to give him the link.
I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah.
This is HOODMAINIA recap.
Hey, welcome back, Tony.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
May I have enough?
Yeah. What about Raw? Let me.
Raw was fire, bro.
Yeah, let me get into my opinion on it.
The cookie thumper.
Raw was good. I caught it late, so I got the last hour, and then I rewatched the first hour, bro.
I will say Cena's promo was really good.
Yeah, Sith Lord.
The promo was good. Yeah, the match.
Sith Lord Cena is good. I like it. I really want it to happen. Then I also really dug Seth Rollins having Homeboy come out, Braun Breaker, and them two together. All three of them together, it was good, and I'm really liking that. At first I was shitting on Braun Breaker, like I didn't really like him, but at what they did with him on Raw by putting him with Rollins and Heyman, I was like, oh, that's perfect spot for him. And then now I'm like, fuck yeah, Braun Breaker is the fucking man now. So I'm feeling that. And then whatever else was good, yeah, Cena was good.
Well, I'm feeling
but
Randy Orton.
I was
Randy Orton.
I was kind of disappointed on that Randy Orton shit. But then after I let it soak in, I was like, all right, whatever. Who else is gonna do it? Because Randy Orton is an OG like him, and they brought up a point that Orton has 14 titles as well. So
it doesn't matter how many titles, he's a formidable opponent.
He actually could say like, okay, yeah, you got 17, but you can't sleep on the cerebral assassin.
Well, that's Triple H.
Chisel says this show sucks. I'm leaving.
What happened?
Yeah, I like Dominic still retaining the championship.
He put it on private chat. Chisel had showed up here on the stream, and then no one invited him. And then
shit.
Oh, Oh shit! I couldn't see down there because I have all these other things on. Chisel's doing bocce. Oopsie, Chiz. Well, can't win them all. All right, Tony, are you ready to jump into our game?
Yeah, let's go to the game.
All right, let's do this.
You're gonna have to control it.
Go ahead, bro. Go right ahead. Go for it. I've already seen the images. Give me a second.
Basically,
I have to urinate.
Don't play the game then. All right, we're gonna have to wait. I just told him I have no control. I have no control over.
How do you do the game then?
I can't do it because he didn't give me any control.
I could do it. Is it
okay,
like these
images?
images?
Yep. Can't you see? Can't unsee. Like, there you go.
This one? No. Yeah. I don't know. What's this?
Can't unsee. No.
Nope. Is it this?
It's the slideshow. It's the slideshow. Nope.
Nope. This one.
Nope.
Nope. That looks like a
video. It looks like it's the main.
Five.
There we go. There we go. All right. So I guess this is for you, Fallen, and for the chat. This game is You Can't Unsee This. I'm going to show you an image, and you're going to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind when you see the image.
I love lamp. I love lamp.
Very good. That's what
I mean,
see?
But look, there's like a tree there. Like it's like Christmas time, but they didn't do it right,
All right.
So they should have took out that tree.
I'll clarify for you. That tree is supposed to be a butt tattoo.
Oh, okay.
And you can see the G-string and the panties or whatever covering her crotch. So she's wide-legged. Can you see that now?
Did you take a picture of your own lamp?
Spread eagle. No, man. This is
it's real nice. I got it at Target.
Well, this is just this freaking promo image. This is the one I want you to look at. Here we go. What do you see there?
Let's see. I don't know if that's a chick or dude. And then I don't know what was the thing is like. Are they supposed to have a bunch of hands or something? Oh, can we not see it because the little wiener on her?
Yeah, there you go. Can you take out that One Love?
Yeah, give me a second.
I do it. There.
There we go.
All right, now there you can see the sack and the little kitty. It's pointing right at you.
Yeah. Cobra Dad makes his debut.
Actually, that's a little bit bigger.
Well, to be fair, they look a little drunk, so it probably grows.
Yeah. Can you tell me what it actually is, Cobra?
What happens?
Can you tell me what the actual image is? It's not really a penis.
The actual image is her thumb.
No, it's hit.
Yes.
That's another girl. Are they all?
Yeah, it's the girl in the white. It's the girl in the white shirt's thumb around the other girl's back.
That's the real secret here: is whether they're male or female.
No, it's not around the girl's back. It's in front of her holding the cup.
Yeah, she kind of got boobs, or he. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a girl.
Look, her shirt is stupid. Somebody just drew on their shirt.
Here we go. Next. What you see there?
Hold on.
This bitch is thick.
She's thick, right?
Yeah. She's chilling
by the base,
dude. Relaxing by the brown ass lake.
You see the guy in the background, washing his shorts?
Yeah, this is another country.
Yeah, definitely another country. She's hung like a horse.
She's hung like a bowling pin.
Yo,
did you get jealous when you saw that? She got more dick than you.
I didn't even see the baby till now. I haven't even.
Yeah. Oh, really? You didn't see the baby until now? Okay.
I'm not jealous. I'll just pay her to.
That's actually the baby's leg, and the head is actually the heel of the baby.
Too big for me.
Too big for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, especially the baby.
Too buku.
All right, next up.
Oi.
Yeah, we know what that is.
Whoa.
What do you
Okay.
think, Cobra?
That's a black hole.
Indeed.
I mean, I'm just waiting for the jizz to get pushed out.
Right? You get cream pie.
No. See, it's
Put
just dark
your
in there.
face sideways. And it's
I
actually
see
an eye.
you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not symmetrical, so I wouldn't date her.
Oh, the champ is in the house. What's up, KJ?
KJ, we got a picture of you on the screen right now.
What's it? Next up, here you go.
God damn, homie.
Yeah, this guy has some kind of virus.
He's got that South Park disease where they're bouncing on the ball.
Yeah.
or he
He's
wasn't
trying to
one
get
of
some
those,
cannabis.
or he wasn't one of those CCW matches where they freaking hit you in the nuts like 20 times.
That's wrestling.
Mhm. Next up,
Yeah. Salute to the champ. All
Rank up to
right.
Teddy.
Hey, yo, Ted is having a good time tonight.
Exactly, he happy.
Yo, if she can pick me up like that, more credit to her. Like, I know I can get that hard, but that you can just hold it.
she pick you up by the cock, right?
And of
She's
course,
strong,
of
man.
course, she's really amazed at it.
but
I would
what-
be amazed too. The bear don't
Yeah,
really
but
care.
what about okay, that's her right arm, her left arm. It's like, I guess, holding him by his bottom. Do you think there might be a little finger slippage?
Your action? Oh, that's true.
That's
Look
why
at
the
her
bear's
face.
That's why the bear's making that face. He's like,
Yeah.
Right? He's not too happy about it.
Yeah.
Slight smile,
like,
slight smile.
He ain't
He's
angry
like-
at it, but he's,
Yeah. She's more into it than he is. She's
yeah,
more
oh
into
yeah.
it than he is.
She's
Yeah, he's like, lady, we just met.
well, fuck. She's doing this on stage. That's kind of fucked up.
Not from my mom. She's in the front row, bro.
This was an audience member, that Teddy. 2 Live Crew. All right,
I
here we
wanna
go.
be your teddy bear.
Yo, Fallen,
Yep.
keep up on your job, dude.
I am. I give
What
it a
the
second.
fuck
okay?
is that?
She
What'd
didn't
you see her
today,
falling?
all right? She got a big old ass, but then like
I
it's a little dark
would.
right there in that spot.
Wait a minute. Either way, I like this image.
Do you know what it actually is?
I can't put my finger on it.
Ah, I know you would. This is actually, the foreground is a guy with his legs crossed and his hand over his shin. So his arm
I don't
on
see
his.
it.
Oh, I see it now.
You see that? So the thick
Yeah,
part
that's
is
his,
his thigh.
that's
Right,
his
the-
knee.
Yeah, that's his knee, and the arm.
And he's
coming
in
over-
like one of those folding camp chairs.
Yes, exactly. There
Yeah.
you go. You see it now, Fallen?
Yeah, I kind of see it, but I don't want to.
It looks kind of good, right? It looks kind of real. That
I
shit
like
looks good.
that little clam action.
But yeah, right. But the tan, he got a good tan, so it looks good, like a nice tan ass.
Yeah. I bet you he moves his leg and she's got the flattest ass on the planet.
Yeah, she got
Like,
a
you
thong.
just see that? Yeah, he must.
Yo,
work
she
out.
got a thong, and she has Charlotte Flair's ass.
They got it on.
Next image. Here we go. What we got there?
Yo, those titties aren't retarded. Oh wait, they are.
Them shits are balloons, man.
What the hell is that?
That's a nipplage on the bottom, and a
That
it's
looks
like
a
googly
pickle
eyes.
nipple.
That's the type of areola you like, Cobra Dad?
Nah, I can't get down with that.
One thing I can tell though is she does get down on her knees. I think
Oh yeah.
But guess what? Those aren't her knees.
they're not.
They're
Nope.
not?
That's her elbow.
That's her elbow.
Oh yeah, she gets
That's
down on her hands and knees,
elbow.
Hands and knees, yeah.
elbows and knees.
Next image. Here we go. Damn.
Wait a oh. Disney sneaking in their secret images now.
Exactly. What you see, Cobra?
See a tag team.
Hold on one sec. I had to. Oh, okay. Disney gift card. Yeah. Damn. Minnie got some plans for Mickey tonight.
One time I went to an ICP concert and they had like this, clown who made balloons, and he made me a cock that looked just like that.
I like those little short, fat ones.
What actually is it though?
With 3 fingers, it really does make it look
That's
big.
that's Minnie
Yeah.
and her shoulder and
Exactly, yeah.
her hugging him.
Yeah. So Fallen wants a girl with only 3 fingers.
I just see a gift card. That's all I see. Monetary value.
Yeah, monetary value. $25 gift card, I bet. What you see there, Fallen?
Bunch of gay dudes.
Oh, that one was clear. That one came out clear.
You boys out there clearing around.
Yo, woman, you got to shave that left thigh, or the other thigh's got a scar.
What the fuck?
Yo, your gaydar was on point.
Shit.
She missed a lot with that. The right
Yo,
thigh? You're right.
To be honest, I don't mind that because there's the butterfly thing hanging out. But that still looks a little shabby.
Yeah, the lip is just dangling too low.
Yeah, I don't like that danglage.
Yeah.
Plus, the type of ring is I don't know. That's really like a bull's
barbell.
nose or something.
Those are the type of women that Fallen's used to picking up on Saturday night.
I didn't know because I was drunk. It's just when they show up to my house, like, the next day, and I go, "Who the fuck is you?"
Let's go to the next image. That's the final image.
Nah, man.
Is this like Ice-T's films where like he posts on the cover and looks really annoyed constantly?
Yay!
Booty. Who's the bottom, right? He's the bottom.
He's got Muppet booty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Damn, is he screaming backside now?
He has a plushy bottom.
Fuck, bro, why'd you do me like that? Not my nigga, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, yeah.
The funny is all the foam in the pit with the bowl
What?
and all that.
What is he in? Like, is he in a
swimming
chair?
pool, right?
It looks
I
like
think
a
he's
swimming pool.
pool full with like lights and foam.
Oh, Lord.
You ever have
Yeah.
question?
Turds.
I've seen my Glock. Let me see yours.
Shit. All right.
Hey, to be honest with you, I think he's like one of the guys in Hollywood that didn't get pushed in.
Dang.
He pushed back.
Nah, Cube ain't getting done like that.
No homo thug in.
They did him wrong in this picture. It kind of looks AI though,
Yeah. What's Saeed?
All right, that ends the game. You can't unsee this. Throw a little humor in there for you.
Remove it, or should I?
I don't think I could remove it. Not yet. I don't have that. All right. Here you go. That was fun.
Wow. Good shit, Tony.
Thank you, brother.
I ain't seen nothing.
Good. I appreciate your effort for the show.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so why don't we kick off with Berserker?
Berserker. All right. Read this once, man. This is a 48-page book. So they have this dude, man. It's basically Keanu Reeves. I think this is another version of John Wick.
Yeah.
Like a Wolverine style John Wick, where
He's very versatile. So
yeah.
So the whole story here is that this is an unknown dude working for the U.S. government on Black Ops, trying to find the Spanish president. And everybody who stands in this way, he's just murking, nonstop, merciless. You can continue the panels. So I just keep on talking then. So everyone is in his way, and he's having these conversations, but it's not actually what's going on in these panels. There's a secondary conversation that he's having and shows up a little later. But
yeah, go ahead, bro. I'll stop it here.
Okay. So Berserk, known as B, he's working for the U.S. government. He's doing black ops. In this issue, he's trying to find the Spanish president. The U.S. government wants the U.S. president alive, and all the guards and military from the El Presidente are standing in Berserk's way. He takes them out like instantly, man. This is just non-stop killing. This issue, if you like violence, this has tons of violence. Not much dialogue, a lot of art, which is pretty cool. 48 pages. Would I recommend it? I think this is a good book. This book, I think, was one of the #1 selling books when it came out in 2015.
Yeah, I have the first maybe 6 issues.
Okay.
And the foil cover and
right.
and the trade paperback, and I think I might have the second printing of issue 1. Yeah, the foil cover is second printing of issue 1.
Okay, so we're getting to that point where he actually comes across and finds the president. He's on an airline, and they say, "Hey, before you do anything, we want him alive." And boom, right before he even reaches his ear, he's already decimated the president. The president, El Presidente, is dead. But there's a little more to that. Something's happening that we're not aware of. That this guy has regeneration ability. He has a lot of speed. He's very powerful. He's very agile. So he's like superhuman.
And KJ said he's not going to sign the contract.
Fuck you. See, that's the thing, man. See? Damn. You got to push for that, CFO, man.
I might make it happen. So stay tuned for SummerSlam.
All right. Sounds good. There's a panel in this. The image is amazing. The airplane hits a convoy and it explodes. And who comes through the flames? A burnt Berserk. So when he finishes the mission, they bring him back to headquarters and they start doing hormone treatment, regeneration, gene typing, and bring him back to his old self. And then we find out that he's actually talking, the whole conversation that he's having here in all these panels, he actually is coming across with the doctor that is in charge of him. This is not just a superhero. This is a god. Berserk is a godlike character. You see the panel right here. He was burnt to a crisp. And he's a god. He can't die. He's immortal. We find out at the end of the book that he's prehistoric. He comes from prehistoric times. And there's a section that his memories are not all there. And something came back to him. When the president was killed, he killed the president. But also on that plane was the president's son. He had finished his...
He's going to find out that he's been used many a times and shit like that, and have to go berserk on people that fund him and shit.
Isn't that always the way it falls? It's almost like
it's RoboCop. It's just
it's cliche. It's cliche. Yeah. We're going to see that in another comic as well. It's funny that I chose Berserk and the other comic we're going to be talking about. So what happened was when he killed the president, also on the plane was the president's son. He already had finished his mission for the government. He already had assassinated the president, even though they wanted him to bring him in alive. But his son was there, and the other U.S. government mercenaries took out his son, and that actually hit Berserk. A flood of memories came in where he remembered that he was born. He was born in prehistoric times. So he's ancient. This guy there's something amazing about him. And like I said, he's a god. And there's a cool panel where she says, "So do you want to die?" He says, "No, I want to know that I can die."
I see a boob.
Yeah, and his bloody boob.
Yeah.
So that's basically what the 48 pages is about. It's pretty cool. I mean, I recommend it. I think it was one of the most grossing #1 selling comics with over 650,000 sold. So
when he's all burnt up, he kind of looks like the lead singer of Lordi, which is another monster band. But
so yeah, Berserk.
Hey, oh, there's another thing I saw. You see here, right there, that guy, with the red beard. That's his father.
Yeah.
There's a previous panel when I was talking about that his son was murdered. The mercenary that killed him transitioned into looking like his father in one of the panels, which was cool.
Yeah, the story's very good. So when I first started reading this, my wife read it too because Keanu Reeves, and it was pretty cool. We're a fan. I was already going into it kind of knowing what it is, and then like, all right, here's a comic of John Wick, and kind of like, all right, but as you read it, it's good. Then it goes from this issue. I don't want to be a big spoiler, but it's going to go into a lot of the history of what you were saying about his ancient days. And yeah, he's a god. He's not just like a mutant or something.
Yeah, because this issue, everything's is mysterious. You don't know a lot about him. You're just getting a lot of little tips toward the end. You realize that he comes from prehistoric times. He has super abilities, but you don't know that much about him, where he comes from, and all that other stuff.
Yeah, and since it's old, we're able to run through this week by week. So we'll bring issue 2 next week.
All right, sounds good. I'll proceed to read.
All right, yeah, hell yeah, proceed to read, bro.
Aren't they making a show of Berserker 2?
Yeah, I think there's going to be even a movie probably. There's figure.
Yep,
Right.
McFarlane dropped a figure.
Yeah.
For
No,
Walmart
what I was going to say was, I kind of got lost interest around issue 6 or something like that. So, and then I let it go. But then recently they put out a one-shot. It's called Berserker Face Full of Bullets. And the cover is Berserker in like the Western times.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because of his history, he has a lot of variables that he can go. So he could go to Western times, prehistoric times. He can even go gangs of New York style, cowboys and Indians, whatever be it.
Love Lord. Assalamu alaikum.
Lord, like the singer, like Lord, I am Lord.
I think it says love Lordy. Love Lordy.
Lord.
Is Berserker a Marvel title?
No. It's Image.
Boom. Isn't it
Boom?
Boom?
Yeah.
I think it's Boom Studios.
Good shit.
I think
bro.
I could be wrong, but
no, I think you might be right, bro.
Yeah, and that spelling is unique too.
Yeah, the art's okay.
yeah, it's kind of like an app where they take out all the vowels.
Yeah. Let's knock out Wolverine.
Wolverine definitely to me, what was it? Ultimate Wolverine 4 was like a filler.
All
I mean,
bub.
Yeah.
You have right. The images that you see of the wolf in the wilderness is not what the story's actually, the actual story's going on. What's actually happening is an overlay. So it's filler. The wolves are walking through the wilderness and encounter a polar bear. That's what all the way up to the last panel. I think you get up to.
Well, it starts off with two wolves engaging in combat.
Dick Fig says he can't take anything Cobra says seriously with all that wall full of skybangers. So just to let you know. And then old Toy Art says, "Wish you could knock out that Wolverine law."
Yeah. So right, Cobra. So we have the images of the animals, but what's actually going on is that the Winter Soldier is actually suffering some kind of seizure or something back at headquarters, and he's in the chamber, and who's ever guarding him, the doctors want to administer anesthetics or whatever to help him, but they can't because they're afraid that he'll actually kill them. So they're waiting for Dr. Prosovich to come. They're calling for her. They're trying to see what they can do to help him, and they're constantly debating.
Dr. Prosovich.
Exactly. If they could figure out a way to administer assistance to him, because he's kind of going, he's having seizures and all this other crap.
Yeah,
he continues that way. It's like what, like 10 pages worth of that. It's the payoff is at the end. I didn't really find it entertaining until the last panel. There's a panel that we've seen that he actually did, and then the part he actually comes to. So he has the regenerative abilities, so he's healed, and he starts breaking through the chamber. He actually gets through the chamber and decimates everybody in the facility until Dr. Prosovich comes and actually calms them down. You want to jump to that?
Yeah, let me do a quick synopsis. So yeah, you're absolutely correct. Right now, basically, the Winter Soldier is out. Oh, he's in the chamber, but there's like 3 doctors, and they're all like, one is more concerned about him like killing them, and then one is like that. All 3 of them are just have different aspects of what's going on, and then I guess he's not reacting to the sedatives, so they're kind of like, whoa, bro, we gotta do this. So while he's all doped up, this is what's kind of going on in his head. A wolf, 2 wolves, and then him as this wolf kills that the second wolf, and then it goes on to the single wolf being the Winter Soldier. Yeah. So the Winter Soldier, this represents him, and then he catches a scent, and it's a polar bear, and so he goes to take on the polar bear, and of course the polar bear outsizes him and kind of kicks his ass in the beginning, and then they continue on combat. But if you read these squares, it's still the doctors like narrating.
Right.
Oh
yeah, the
my
narrations
God,
are by multiple characters.
Yeah.
The yellow box is one character, the blue box is another character.
Yeah, and the green one as well. And
so
like I said, all 3 of them. One of them is like, "Yo, we need security." One's like, hella scared. And then I think the third one, the yellow box, is actually like Wolverine or just something that's going on in his head, because it's a repetitive text. Animal, survivor, hunter, whatever.
Yeah, right.
I would think this would be cool as an episode of a show, but as a comic book, it kind of it
drags.
Yeah,
it drags to me. So the payoff is like toward the last few pages, where Prostovich actually comes and arrives at the facility, and Wolverine is out of the chamber, and everybody that was around him, everybody that was talking to give him the sedatives, they're all dead, including soldiers and guards. She's able to control him, but she realizes that something's wrong, and she thinks it has to do with the last mission, which is true, because in issue 3, Kitty Pryde flooded his mind with memories. So this is kind of what he's coming with,
him, right?
Yeah. So this is where it starts paying off. So we come from his psyche with the wolves into the present with him decimating everybody. Look how many people are dead there.
Yeah,
KJ showing a picture of a spider or bug or
little roach.
A roach. He's saying that only the roaches survive, and he's one of them. HOODMAINIA champion.
I'm going to squish that roach. Next pay-per-view. So Prostovich calms him down, and she says, "We need to fix him," and they're going to take him to the deepest part of the Kremlin, and this is where it pays off. Who's going to help him? Who's going to fix him? Go ahead, Cobra.
So yeah, they go down to the lowest level, and they come across like this golf-shaped like dome, and they're like, "Yo, we need." So obviously they got to go in and fix them.
Epcot Center.
Yeah, right. Epcot.
Right.
This is called the cerebrum, or the cerebellum. They call it cerebellum.
Okay. So obviously they know that they need to fix something in his head, and this is the way they plan on doing it. They take him inside, and they're guiding him down this long bridge.
And they made reference to this before as well. I think in issue 1 that there's other characters that they've used this.
Yeah, they have
mind control.
Yeah, and that they've already tested this X project on, I guess, or Winter Soldier project. Along with the whole ultimate story arc being the timeline was manipulated by that guy who made all this actually the reality. And so they take him down the bridge into the Epcot Center. and what do we have here?
I mean, did they really think that like making Epcot Center and calling it something else, like we're not gonna call it Epcot? Like it looks like Epcot.
And there's Minnie's in there.
Is that's Jean Grey, right?
That's Jean Grey, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like it.
And you can see she's been affixed to all these tubings, and she's
Yeah,
very
she's
emaciated,
like
weak.
up to the Matrix or some shit.
And
Yeah,
there's like a brain above her. You see
That's-
that?
that's Professor X's brain.
Oh, it is.
Xavier's
Okay.
brain. Yeah,
Oh wow.
and that's where it finally pays off. And because of that one panel with Jean Grey, Phoenix, I'm going to proceed to read because I want to find out
All right.
more about that.
I don't disagree, but I disagree a little bit. I really enjoyed the mental scene with because of the art and the way they presented like his battle inside of being a wolf, and then like even I like the fact that the polar bear was a lot bigger, like Wolverine, the little guy who takes on anything. You know what I mean?
That's like me and KJ. There, you got it. That's
Sabretooth and Wolverine. Hey.
there you go.
So yeah, I dug it a lot more than you did, but of course, proceed to read, my man.
All right, sounds good. I also think about people who are spending money. We've talked about this in the past, who are buying all these issues, and sometimes you come across a story that has a lot of filler, and you still dropping,
$5.
Yeah, for each book.
Yeah. Well, I don't think right now the Ultimate Run, all the characters are going. They're already in like 15 and 16. So I assume after this story arc is obviously going to be the beginning of the Ultimate Wolverine, and I assume that he's not going to be the Winter Soldier forever, and then he's going to come out of it, and then we're going to get this Ultimate Universe Logan and shit. So
yeah, because when issue 3, when Kitty Pryde met with him,
like you were just saying. Sorry, I only plan on purchasing. What happened?
I said he's gonna have to save Jean Grey though from the
Yeah. But I plan only on purchasing like this first part of the story arc.
Okay.
Probably going to be the first 6 issues, and then after that, I'm just going to rock it online. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you could see from issue 1 all the way to especially issue 3, at the end of every issue, more memories are coming in, and especially last issue with Kitty Pryde, she flooded those memories in his mind. When she threw him off the caravan, he landed there and starts
I think
images.
Yeah, I think we're going to be done in like 2 more issues.
Okay.
Of this, I'm just saying. I think that this is going to go. I hope so too. Like,
I want it to open up more.
Yeah, we get a good fire joint next for 5 and 6, and then we can probably wrap it up and then go into the next phase.
Yeah, but they can have like so many memory issues. That's the beauty of it. There's thousands of memory issues you could do.
Yeah, because like the Winter Soldier, this is the Winter Soldier phase where he's all, masked up in robot mode. Obviously, they're gonna open up his mind and he's gonna take off the suit and then like 6, 7, 8. I predict it's going to be an Ultimate Universe Logan.
Check this out. They bring Logan, the Winter Soldier, to Epcot Center to meet with Phoenix.
Yeah.
What more does they need to jar his memory than to show his love?
Right.
Yeah.
So if anything physical is going to jar his memory, it's going to be the Phoenix.
Yeah, they're gonna expose like in the past they the same thing with Logan. Yeah,
not
right. This is gonna be reversed. It's not gonna be able to control him. It's actually going to, I think.
And then to be honest with you, Tony, we're only touching on no Diddy. We're only touching on the Wolverine story arc of the Marvel's Ultimate Universe. There's like Black Panther, Spidey, and it all ties into this main story arc of who created this Ultimate Universe.
Okay.
So if you want
that guy that took out the gene from
yeah. So it's a bigger story. on the whole. No, did he?
On the whole. Which hole is that?
I don't know. All right, let's keep going. I think we have 2 more books to rock. You guys ready?
Go ahead, brother.
All right. Okay, cool covers. Hold on. Let's get to your classic covers. Nice.
Yeah, we were talking about trade paperbacks. What better trade paperback than Batman: The Killing Joke?
I've always thought about having the comics I have, and also getting some comics that I never had that they're reprising like this, and then putting the figures in front of them for display.
Yeah, that's cool.
I do that sometimes with my.
You'll see with my previous covers. This was what, like you said, with the action figures. This is what I did. You want to show them the Predator versus Robot Fighter?
Yeah. All right, the next one.
Robot Fighter.
Ooh.
Yeah. These are dope. So what was big in the late 80s, early 90s was cards.
Yeah.
So we had the comic
that came with it, yeah.
No, not this one. These are actual cards that I bought and actually put it.
Oh, okay. Those are Predator cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire.
Well, maybe it did come with it. No, okay. But I used to do that too. So if I bought a Spider-Man and I had the Marvel Topps Spider-Man card, especially the hologram, I slide it with my Spider-Man #1 or whatever it be, it just to know that I had it there.
I think Spider-Man had his own set of cards in the 90s, right?
He did.
I know. Youngblood had a set. X-Men definitely had a set. Marvel in general had a set. Marvel Masterpiece was really good.
Well, just the normal Marvel cards were like probably the biggest. Like I was collecting those hardcore.
Yeah, those were good.
Then you could make full page displays and shit.
Right? Yeah, you would get the baseball card sleeves, and make the 9-card panel.
Yeah,
had the gold hollow foils and shit.
Yeah, that was fire.
That was cool.
Yeah. All right. The story I'm really excited for. This is the foil cover of Hush, Batman issue 159. Obviously, that's what is it? Not Dick Grayson, is it? Jason Todd.
Jason Todd. Yeah, that's a dope cover.
Another Hush book. Star Trek. Turtle the Great Skull. Spidey. Wolverine.
Ooh,
this guy. Flash Gordon. Yeah, Joe. This guy. All right. All right, man. I'd like to start off by saying this story is absolutely amazing. The art's fucking fire. Let's jump into it. So it starts off with some fucking dismembered body parts in this panel. You see the hands are all stripped of its skin, and then we have like a detective walking in, swishing around a drink, and this panel also shows some mutilated body parts, and then more of the detective putting some ice in her mouth. And so basically what it starts off with is this detective coming across a scene of these people, this body mutilated, and she's checking it out and things like that. And then so she's in there with two fucking forensic guys, and she's talking to somebody, and then she turns around and that forensic guy is gone, and of course she was talking to fucking Spidey, and so Peter Parker dips out with the scoop, man. He's seen the scene of a crime, and we all know he's a reporter, so he's taken off. And she's like, "Who the fuck was I talking to?" Spidey. So he gets on the phone with JJJ, and he's like, "Yo, you need to get over here right away." He's always a dick. Look at this art, man. I really dig it.
You're fired. You're hired. You're fired.
This is Jim Lee art, right?
No. This isn't Jim Lee.
Okay.
Hold on. Did I pick it up? Let me see. Give me a second. I have the book here. The art. At first I was like, "Is this computer art?" But now that you look at it, this can be hand drawn. Let's see who the artist is. we have Spidey versus Predator. There's no intro on it.
This is definitely reminiscent of me of the
I
TV
think
show
that-
Codesteria. Have you seen
It
that?
says Benjamin Percy and Marcelo Ferreira.
Okay.
I believe the artist is Marcelo Ferreira. So, as Spidey's taking off to meet up with JJJ, the story explains how New York, like a Predator story, you know, it always starts off with the city being very, the temperature is fucking hot, and everybody's trying
jungle,
to,
baby.
yeah, everybody's trying to like escape the heat somehow, and with the heat, the city is hot, crime is up. Things are kind of, you know, funky when it's hot in New York, and so Spidey's on his way to JJJ, and on his way there, he spots some robbers, you know, doing their thing. So Spidey, you know, he stops real quick and he's like, he takes care of these guys, and so he goes to pursue them. But as he's pursuing them, he notices though there's some kids in the street playing in the hydrant, and as you can see, the robbers in their getaway, they're gonna hit these kids. So Spidey does Spidey, saves the kids, but in turn, the robbers get away. Of course, they hit some warehouse, and that, you know, here we see them like dropping the stash on the table, and the guy's like, "Yo, well, we need to split this money up right away." And he turns around, and fuck, dude, his crime mates are dead.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're really fucked up. And then, you know, he's like, right away, you know, he turns around with his gun and he offers into the dark, "Yo, I can split this with you. Why don't we make a deal?" And as you can see at the lower panel on the right, we all know who it is, because these guys are robbers. Of course, on a hot New York day, the Predator hunts these type of individuals.
That's cool.
So, as we see here, this is what I love about this book. It's very mature. This is what he does to that bank robber. Starts skinning him alive, and then you know, he cuts him. He gives him the business like the Predator always does.
Damn.
But look at this shit, this twisted shit. He cuts off his face, and he puts it on his face on some Cannibal Lecter shit.
Yeah, like I was saying, this reminds me of the first panels. It reminded me of the TV show Codesteria with Niecy Nash. It's pretty good. Like,
I don't know what that
also,
I watched a couple episodes of it.
yeah.
I think
as you can see, this is the Predator without a metal mask.
Yeah.
You see his mandibles and shit, and he's literally putting that guy's skin over his face.
Yeah, he's a sick fuck.
Yeah, this is good stuff. And then, so Spidey gives chase and catches up to the robbers, but this is a scene he comes across instead. So right away he contacts JJJ and he lets him know, "Yo, we got a serial killer." And you know, this is him going across the city. Still pretty hot outside. He gets with JJJ and he's letting him know, because, you know, JJJ is bitching. You know, we want some really gruesome stories, dude. And then when he gives them that, and then he's like, "Okay, we got to do this." So then from there we get a scene of Subway and
Parker, run the story.
Yeah, hot looking MJ riding the subway, minding her business, and then all of a sudden, bam! The fucking lights, the power goes out in the whole city.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
In
and
there
then
too.
like a Predator movie, right?
Yeah.
And then you know, this lady freaks out, and MJ kind of consoles her, and is like, "Look here," you know, she turns on the light on her phone, and she tells her to look outside of the subway train, and like, "Hey," and then she's like, "Hey, look, there's somebody out there, right there. Just relax." And you see the face, and voila!
Wow.
hold on. I fucked that up. Yeah. So you see, she's like, at first, if you see in the lower panel there, in the distance, it does kind of resemble a human.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Yeah. So
Because he has the skin face. He has the skin on.
yeah, yeah. So they're just like, oh, what's going on out there? And almost like a horror movie. We have the what are we going to call this? Is this Leatherface Predator?
I don't know. We still haven't really seen the Predator. We've seen like just weird shit that he's wearing, and
Yeah, but look, he's got a t-shirt on, and he's wearing the guy's face. He doesn't really look armored up. Well, yeah, this is Leatherface.
Yeah,
Leatherface Predator. Okay, NECA, get on it.
Right.
Then it goes to the Daily Bugle, and the power is out, so they can't do their internet service. So they start printing up the story by hand the old school way, and so they have to go outside the old school way as well and hustle the book to get it to the people, to get the story to the people. And then so JJJ's out there hustling the book, and the detective like, yo, give me one of those fucking covers. To he's trying to charge her like $20, and he's like, yo, give me some money. So she reads the story. Spider-Man takes off, and he wants to go check in on MJ. So he goes home, and he sees this bloody diary. I'm kind of confused why he sees that, but she's not home. So one of the guys on the street is hustling the books. He's like, get your paper. And then you got these three thugs like, hey, if you can see in the top panel, they're on the left, they're like, hey, yo, that guy's probably got some bread. They approach him, and as they attempt to rob him, you can see that an arrow goes right through the guy's hand, and then in his head for the other robber. And then here in this panel, you have the victim looking forward with some kind of shadow in front of him as if someone big is standing in front of him. And then we reveal that someone is, you think it would be the Predator.
Oh, I think I know that.
But look what we got. Yeah, look what we got here, guys.
Nice.
Yes, sir. So Craven tells the guy, I heard there was a Predator in this town.
That's dope.
And that's the end of this book, this issue 1.
That's cool.
Two things jumping off with the Craven. I actually enjoyed the Craven movie that's available on Netflix. I really thoroughly enjoyed that.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll give it a check out.
Yeah, different. Check it out. It's a hard R. It's a hard R. And also, I've actually been and lived through a blackout, actually 2 blackouts in New York City. One of them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was on 14th Street. I got out of the train. Luckily, fortunately, I got out of the train station before the blackout actually hit.
Oh.
I was on 14th Street. I walked 126 blocks home.
Damn.
Fuck, when was this?
Man, I think 2005, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, you were a youngster, huh?
Yeah, I was 20 something.
So you could pull it off.
Oh yeah. And the job I had access to restaurants and all this other stuff, so I would go to them, get water, and continue my way.
Yeah, and New York blocks are short, or are they hell long?
They're hella long. The avenues and stuff like that, they're pretty long. Yeah. So
you got whole fucking
in New York, 16 blocks is a
buildings.
mile. So in New York, 16 blocks is a mile.
And then so with the lights out and shit, was it dangerous?
Chaos, man. People were directing traffic, trying to get people, cars to stop so one lane can go, and then after that, a couple of minutes later, the other side would go. It was crazy, man. And
this was the boogie down Bronx?
No, this is from Manhattan to the Bronx.
Fuck.
I walked from Union Square all the way to the South Bronx, over the bridge and everything. And the thing about it was, fortunately, I lived on the lower floor. I lived on the second floor, and anybody that lived higher, they slept outside.
Damn.
because there was no elevators. That was one thing. No elevators and no light.
Oh,
And it
Oh,
was the
that's
summer
that's
too.
hardcore.
And it was the summer too. So you're talking about heat.
Ah,
It
you
was
lucky
crazy,
there
man.
wasn't a predator.
There was enough predators in this.
Oh,
That's why people didn't go upstairs to sleep. They stayed outside.
what
You know,
was the neighborhoods like with like GDs and shit?
what was it?
Was the threat to the neighborhood just local thugs, or was it GDs and Bloods and Crips? Or
No. You know, I think for the most part, from my experience, what I experienced, most people kept to themselves at that time. I don't think there was too much damage done. More people were concerned about what was going on with, you know, having such. I think it came on the next day.
Especially when
Having
it
the
like
links.
right away it happens. You're not gonna get like, you know, a bunch of crime right away.
Right, organized, yeah. So
Yeah.
organized, yeah. I'm
Right.
sure there was. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, there was no calls for alarm in the sense that people were looting and all that other stuff. I just remember it was really
Okay.
hot. People, and I would live on the second floor, so I was looking out my window, seeing when the lights would turn on. You know, because the street lamps would automatically come on, and mine were already off. So I was with candle lights and
Yeah,
flashlight, and there was tons of people outside just
yeah.
shooting their ass off and sitting. You know, it was wild. It was cool though, in the
That's
sense
crazy.
that I walked all to be able to tell this story, you know, years later, and actually have that. I walked all these blocks, and one of the homies that actually stopped to direct traffic was me.
Let's see. We got the comment. MC Funk, what up, bro? Thanks for joining. All right, so
brother?
you guys ready to move on to Batman?
Go ahead.
All right, so
This is by Jim Lee, right? The Batman.
yeah, this is Jim Lee art
Okay.
with some guy Loeb, Jeff Loeb as the writer. We
You don't know
start
who
off,
Loeb is?
huh?
You don't know who
Not
Jeff
Rob Loeb?
is?
Jeff Loeb?
Yeah,
No,
he's
I'm not
writer.
sure of his writing, but everybody says he's good.
Yeah, he's huge, man. He wrote a lot of shit.
You have any examples?
Not on me, but and I can't. Man, I have a ton of books that he wrote though. Like I always
I
say,
just remember him in the 80s getting in trouble for having sex with underage minors.
Oh,
oh, I didn't know that.
Rob
damn.
Lowe, right? Rob Lowe.
Oh, that's different. Rob Lowe, like he got better or something, right?
This is Loeb, not Loeb.
Loeb.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I wait. All right, so spectacular issue of the DC comic Batman. That's the title. As we all know, currently Batman has a ton of different single titles of like, you know, detective and Batman this, Batman and Robin. Anyway, so this is issue 159. We start off with Crime Alley with the good old scene of the original.
How
What started-
where
Mom and-
parents die? Like how many
Yeah,
times we
let's
got to go over this? You
I
know?
know.
Yeah, what started it all? Yeah, exactly. And the reason they show this is because Bruce starts talking. It starts off with the Batman narrating, and he explains like that night no cop came to get him, but there was a woman that actually came and got Bruce. And this is that lady right here. She's some type of doctor. I forget what her name is. And she gets little Bruce, and she takes him in, takes him to convalesce. Hey, you know what I'm saying? She takes care of the little kid. And then we all know what happens. So if anybody is following this story, Hush captured the Joker and basically killed him and forced Batman to save him, something Batman wouldn't want to do. But so Batman saves the Joker, and he has to find a place to help the Joker because he's in critical condition. And he takes the Joker to the only place he knows, and it's this doctor from his past who actually knows who he is. She knows he's Bruce Wayne. So this is that good old Jim Lee art, man. So yeah, it flashes back to her consoling Bruce as a child, and every year they meet at Crime Alley and mourn the death together. So here's Batman bringing the Joker into her office, and right away she's like, "Yo, he needs a hospital. I can't do nothing for him. and he's just like, basically, you got to do what you got to do. And, you know, he's like, fuck, he can't believe that what he's doing is he's really being forced to do what Hush wants him to do, something he never really wanted. He's Batman. He's supposed to rid Gotham of evil. And of course,
he's being manipulated.
yeah, exactly. So,
but he's doing it anyways, and he knows the writers are for him.
Yeah, and the Joker is in really fucking bad shape.
That's a
really
cool image
like
too.
critical shape. The Hush fucked him up really bad, and you know, Batman's reflecting like, what am I doing here?
Batman's
you know,
like, yo, the Joker must work out, man. Look at that.
He's trying
Yeah.
to jack, yo.
yeah,
Like
Okay,
he's
now
not
that-
doing crime all the time. He spends 90% of his time in the gym,
He's
Yeah.
a Gold's Gym.
and then 10% of the time doing Joker crime.
and it's funny you mentioned that. That's exactly what Batman's thinking to himself right now as he looks on the half-naked Joker. He sees he says to himself, there's no makeup. This is him. This is his skin pigment. This is his body frame. That's how he looks. And it's a lot deeper than the clown, that the chemical really changed.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is the comedian or Jack Napier Joker or whatever, but yeah, that's what he's saying to himself. What you guys just said. Look at him physically; he looks like a ghost, and he's looking at himself to see, it's really fucking with him. So she's going over, this is the surgery. He's fucked up. He's fucked up bad. So he kind of comes out of it, and he's in extreme pain, and she tells him like, yo, don't you got some shit in your bat joint? And he puts him in a coma. And then she's like, yo, let me do my thing. So he steps aside and we go to this panel. And this is what Bruce is thinking. Like, how could I help this? I'm supposed to rid evil. And this is the face of evil. You know what I mean? The Joker, man. Yeah. So she's like, snap out of it. And he wakes up. And she goes, look, man, you got to get him to a hospital. I can't really do anything. And he's like, I can't do that. Hush is what, he knows. Hush is this is his plan. And so she basically says, you got to bite the bullet. You know what you need to do. And so he knows, like, fuck, man. And he does. He takes him to the Batcave, and he got him all. He's in the Batcave and he's trying to keep him alive. And then as he's thinking about it, he can't believe what he's doing. And like I said, this is when he's reflecting. Like he's really checking the Joker out. Like, damn, this is
heat. Damn.
Yeah. This is the Joker is the Joker head to toe. So, you take the suit off and everything. So, as he's examining him, we see that, he gets caught lacking. And he's like, yo, I knew you would come. I knew. And he actually says, how did you get in? And he's like, I know you so well. Your exit was my entrance.
Shit.
Yeah, so that's how he got in. And so right here, he's like, you're not going to kill me. No, he tells, with the gun behind his head, he tells, this is the Red Hood now. No, this is Hush. And he tells him, my shit's rigged. If you pull the trigger, it's going to fuck you up. And it immediately points at the Joker and tells him he don't got the helmet. And he pulls the trigger. And that bullet goes ricochets and kills the power in the Batcave, and then they ensue into some combat. He drops the gun. Batman realizes he needs to come with some type of to throw him off. So he actually picks up the gun, and he wants to find out if this is actually Jason. And he shoots him in the mask, revealing that yes.
So he still doesn't know, out of like all the storylines, like who is Hush, who he has
and
possibilities.
and Hush even says that, like you still needed to see me, you fucker. You know, like you're kind of what the fuck's your problem? And then they go at it, and you know, they go at it, and Jason Todd basically uses his sympathy to knock out Batman throughout their interaction. You know, so yeah, they fight. So right here, they're talking, and then Jason Todd, as you see in the lower right panel, he raises his gun to pistol whip Batman. Bam. So then from there we go to the clock tower where Batgirl and Nightwing are discussing what's going on, and then this is a big deal for them because they know what they got to deal with, and they have to get the help from someone else. And right here we have the Riddler.
I see a question mark.
Yeah, it's the Riddler.
Oh shit!
Yeah, this is fire. And then we go back to him coming to in the Batcave, and he realizes the Batmobile's gone, and he's like, "Fuck, what's going to be next?" And the Joker is gone as well.
Nice.
And then he's like, "Fuck, this is not the game I want to play," and that's the end of the issue.
Yo, dude, first off, that art is fire, bro.
Oh my god, right?
Just the artwork on the gun itself, like how detailed it is from.
It's 100% proceed to read, and I think you should.
Well, I'm gonna touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we lost the phone for a second. He probably has to urinate. No big deal.
You got snacks? You got snacks?
Oh yeah. Let me take out the teepuses. So people, let me explain why we had to put the snacks aside, because I'm a type 2 diabetic, and it kind of caught up with me, and I had to check it out. I had to get it. I couldn't really rock the sweets, but right now, luckily, I've got it under control, and I'm doing a lot better. So my wife gave me these today. These little
jelly snack.
Yeah, these little cup things.
Oh, okay.
So this is a yellow one. I believe this is probably like pineapple. Can you hear these fucking chickens? They came from my house. Mm-hmm.
How's the consistency? Is it too watery, or is it?
When you get it in, it's like no diddy. It's solid, but there's like a little bit of juice, and then there's
that's cool.
Yeah, there's actually a little bit of fruit. Like a little
that's
piece.
neat.
Yeah, that was fire. That was yellow. That was pineapple. Let's see what this one is. I assume this is.
It looks orange.
Could be orange. Yeah. Dude, that was actually really, really good. Mm. Mm-hmm. Damn. I don't even think that was Jello. That was like an actual piece of mango, man.
Oh, that's a mango? Wow.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't think I've ever purposely ate Jello unless it was a Jello shot.
All right.
I used to love when my grandparents made Jello. Oh, and they put it in the tray, and then you cut it into pieces, and
check it out. See, there's like a little bit of.
Oh, okay. What's that, kiwi?
Let's find out.
Man, she got you a nice bunch assortment of flavors. That's fun.
Oh man.
What flavor is it? You know?
I think that was green apple.
Oh, okay.
Damn, these are good.
So I had the little pieces that we saw. That was like apple.
I don't know. But I really don't know what it is.
Is that grape? That has to be grape, right?
Yeah.
My ex's.
I don't want to kick them out, because if I kick them out in the backyard, it's dark right now, and there's kind of a mess. I gotta chase them around because they go all in under the fucking bush and like under the trash, and I gotta flush them out. So we're having them right here in the living room. I could just grab them and put them in the coop after we're done.
And the dogs and everybody gets along?
They're starting to learn.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, that's great. Let me see if I can grab one real quick. Yeah,
and
that's
fried
really
chicken.
Yeah, that grape was fire. All right, yeah, I got one.
All
So
right,
they're about 4 weeks, 5 weeks old.
uh-huh.
I got them when they were the size of my palm, and they were all fuzz
Like
and
bigger
yellow.
size.
Yeah, they need to grow more. I don't see that much meat
Yeah, they're
there.
still chicks. They're gonna get bigger, full size chicken. All right, so on to the next snack. My wife got me these. She thought I think these were good. Will be cool.
Gummy faces, wrap snacks.
Oh my god.
What was it before? They had wrap snacks that were potato chips, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the chips,
all
but
the
they were like
wrappers.
heavily flavored. Like the flavor was like a dust. You can go, it was. They're not bad though, but heavily
It wasn't
flavored.
that bad.
A lot of
All right,
dust. A lot of dust.
Little baby,
Bash.
young boy. Okay, and I don't know. Is this Snoop?
You don't know who any of these people are?
Eat their face. That's Snoop Dogg. Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, that's good. All right, let's see what this is. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! I can't have
Give
my
it to the
dog.
little
eat-
chickadees. They're fucking.
Yeah, I can't have my dogs eating this either. All right, I think it's only 3 flavors. Okay, let's see. Here's this one.
Are these cannabis infused or?
Oh, nah. Haha.
That's cool.
Yo.
Eat his head.
Here's a Snoop joint.
Those are gummies too, right?
Yeah, gummy.
They're
The other
sticky
one
ones.
was like fruit, like a.
Yeah, I prefer the jelly ones.
Okay, these are good.
All right. Success.
Oh, dude.
Finally, you'll survive.
I don't like any of that shit.
And then last up, classic double chocolate wafer.
You got any water to rinse that shit out? Because
Yeah, I got
some
some
flavors
here.
in the mouth.
Those are good.
You like any sweets, Fallen?
I mean, every once in a while, yeah, of course. But
Like cakes or anything like that?
I mean, I stay away
Donuts?
from cake.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
donuts are good when they're fresh. Even fucking, the one good donut shop that everyone likes, the Krispy Kremes and stuff. They're good every once in a while. But as
I
far
like
as, like
apple.
candy, I kind of stay away from it. Every once in a while, I'll have like some of like the sour worms or whatever, but that's just because my daughter buys them, and I'll have
Yeah.
like 2.
Yeah, I like those peach rings. Those peach rings, though.
Oh, those
Yeah,
are
these
fire.
and the sharks, right?
Yeah, the sharks. Oh man, the sharks. Yeah.
The peach rings, I'll get them on a road trip, and I'll eat too many, and I'll feel sick. while
Hey, you
driving.
eat a
I don't
whole
know why that
bag.
happens. Yeah,
And you pop it in your
there.
mouth, and the first thing you do is like put your tongue through the hole. Mm.
Okay, we know what you're doing. Practicing.
That's true. There's different people. Like there's people that eat candy that they suck the flavor out of it. Like. And there's people that chomp on it, right? There's people.
Okay, dude. Old man Cobra.
All right, chocolate
Hey,
time.
wait. Yeah, those are good.
How was the chocolate?
Wafery.
It was wafer,
That makes a lot of
Double
mess,
chocolate.
man.
but it wasn't like Hershey Kiss chocolate. It tastes more of a cocoa.
I like the
Okay.
cheap ass wafers that you get for like $1, and it's like has
Yeah,
the
vanilla
Neapolitan.
wafers. Yeah,
Yeah,
They're good.
my
man.
son loves those. He just makes such a mess with those, man, because you just snap them and it's like dust, wafer dust all over.
Oh yeah, they come crumbed out the bag.
Yeah, right.
Fucking- the
the
fuck
big
is already
rectangular
broken?
shits, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you like put a couple of those like in some like ice cream and shit.
Yeah.
stick it
I had
all
this
in.
whole game
Oh,
when I
yeah,
was
yeah,
with the wafers. I had this whole game to try to take off the wafer layer without cracking it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Every
that's
once in a while, I'll try to eat it that way. Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a
Always
real
do that
thin,
shit.
and then the cream,
Yeah.
and then real thin.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been putting together some weird flavors, like especially like every once in a while with sweets. Like I did peanut butter cookies, vanilla ice cream, and fruity pebbles. And dude,
Mm.
the flavors work together, man. You'd be surprised. You're like, wow, this is actually fucking
It does
fire.
sound good, though.
Yeah.
It does sound good.
All right, man. Fuck.
Because the one I did was Lay's potato chip and Hershey's.
Okay,
What?
no, salty sweet works, man. It does.
Mhm.
Lay's
hell yeah.
potato chip.
Lay's potato chip, and then you have the Hershey's bar. You
Yeah.
just take a little snap off and just pop that in, and you get that
Oh.
sweet, savory.
It's good with because there's some candy bar companies that put potato chips in the chocolate.
Yeah, they have them dipped. Yep, potato.
I don't know. Oh, they do the dips too, but there's some that have them just wafered in there somehow. I don't know.
Oh, okay, because I know that they have the chocolate with the pretzels. That's good too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yogurt pretzels.
Yeah. Hey,
Yogurt
pretzel M&Ms are the shit.
Which ones? Pretzel M&Ms are good. Yeah.
Yeah. I had caramel sea salt.
Sea shark.
Sea salt. I like turtles.
She shaz, and a she shark.
That's
Hey,
exactly
you did it. You did it.
Salted caramel, salted caramel Twix.
Oh yeah, those are good.
And the
You gotta
reason I
drink
like
water,
it
though.
is because the caramel, some of the bites at the end of the bite has that salt. Like you catch a little joint of salt, man. Like I fucking love it. Because my old lady makes her own cold brew, and she'll put whipped cream, caramel, and a little bit of salt on that shit.
Yeah. The only thing is salty hydrates you though.
fire.
You gotta drink water with that.
The
one I like is
Twix, the wasabi Twix. I wanted more wasabi because I wanted to burn my fucking nose. That's the way I eat wasabi. I'm like, oh, this is fucking
Dude,
good.
Walmart has this mix. It's the pretzels, white chocolate, and caramel clusters. Have you seen those? They sell it in the bakery area. They're really good. It comes in a little plastic transparent container. Yeah. Really good.
Whole Foods, because I'm going to be doing Instacart again for like a week and a half. And Whole Foods, when you walk in, they still have that bulk barrel joint where there's pretzels and whatnot. I always gank their ass while I'm shopping.
Of course you do. You Cobra Dad. You're like, yo, this is like the old supermarkets. This is like in a rich people's neighborhood. It's like it's free.
Yeah,
it's like free sample. This is a big free sample.
The best one is it's a chocolate covered kind of not wafer, but hard kind of. I don't know. It's kind of like a freeze dried nougat, I would say. And it kind of melts right away, the chocolate, and then the nougat it's like a hard nougat. It's really good.
Oh, I don't know what is it like that honeycomb thing?
Yeah, exactly.
That melts right away. Yeah, it's crispy, but it melts right away.
They're pretty good pretzel.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
When you roll up, you grab the cart, and then you roll in, and you got your phone, and you're like, okay, I got to hit the produce section. You got to make sure you're all by and just be like, bip, 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 bip. Okay, I need cucumbers first. All right, so, guys, fuck, dude. A lot of good comics, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The fucking HOODMANIA recap was fire. Like we said before, we got more events coming. We want it to grow. We want everybody to participate.
Yeah.
And to keep on what updated and what's going on. You can check out Hoodcast AF every week. Going to Patreon, Jonathan. Go ahead, bro. Let the audience.
I mean, know. Hoodcast AF is an action figure podcast, and it's on every podcast platform of all fucking time. So listen to it whenever you want to. When you're driving, it don't matter. We don't really do a live YouTube show. We leave that to everyone else, like Latin Legions. Where the Addiction and Highly Posable, and even Dead Man 1 has got a new show. On the Toyworks YouTube.
Toyworks,
yeah. So
I have Dead Man 1 and those guys.
Yeah, and then there's Skeleton Crew and all them that they air at the same night that you do too. So it's like all these shows are picking Wednesday, bro. Dead Man 1's show and Toyworks.
Yeah. It's cool, but there's room for all of us. It's all good.
There is, yeah. I'd say so.
Yeah, they're actually running a giveaway, and the day 2 giveaway is pretty fun.
Yeah, Toyworks, they do it big. Those guys are.
They do.
Yeah.
They've never invited me on yet, so
yeah,
I know.
neither. But
I've been on there once.
I was blessed with when
Look
I
at Tony's
first
like,
started,
I've been real. I'm all over this.
Hitman 1 actually
Popping the
did
collar and shit.
I don't have a collar. I just pop.
a
No,
hoodie.
I've been like, and people have been asking me to come on their shows, and it's like, dude, I just got too much going on. Like, I just don't have like a whole lot of time, you know.
None of us do really.
But
Um,
I did do a segment for Dead Man's
you
new
want to
show.
throw it up? Yeah.
Yeah, we like he asked like just say something about why we collect or whatever, or make it your own, and he said 5 to 8 second clip. And I'm like, fuck that, I'm gonna do like a minute. So,
I actually trimmed mine. Well, go ahead.
But,
We got it.
yeah, here it is.
There is
All
a
right.
real reason why we collect these figures. I mean, like, come on, let's admit it. They're toys. They might be for us collectors and aimed at us adults, but there is a real exact reason why we collect these. And I've covered it so many times, like, but still, like, I collect all the weird shit, all the, even haunted dolls, and I'll sell them to unsuspecting buyers and just buy some random shit at a flea market, put it in a glass case, put a tarot card on it, sell it for $300. These
steal my
dumbasses
idea.
will buy it like it's some fucking collectible or something. Like, like my customs are pretty good, but still, people buy it because it's a shorted release. But still, like, dude, I'm about to tell you exactly the reason. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was basically just
Self-promotion.
just an ad, yeah,
Self-promotion.
selfless
That's good.
promotion, So
That's good.
That was fire.
So the question was never answered.
no.
Exactly.
It will never be because I don't know the answer. That's why we have podcasts. We spend years trying to figure out the answer, and we just go, "Oh, look what else!"
I thought you were gonna go analytical there for a moment. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna finally find out the reason why we collect."
That editing was fire.
It's
That
all
blood
right.
spurt.
It's good for like a quick bit.
Okay, gentlemen, Dumpster of the week.
Toma. Walk it up, bro. Walk it up. Never gets old, right?
Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. Now walk it out.
It's pretty badass.
That's shoulder.
Now walk it out. Walk it out.
No helmet too. So he was fortunate, man.
Dude, he
If
knew
you think about it, you should
exactly
count his
what he was
blessings.
doing. That's pretty good, man. That's like when you're hanging out and you're hella drunk and you got to go puke, but you puke in style and then you make it back to the conversation.
Yeah. Yo, he even walked it off with a little swag.
He
Yeah.
did. He's like, I knew it. I'm a
He did
little
the crib
dazed,
walk.
but-
He did the crib walk after that.
Now walk it out. Walk it out. Sasa, walk it out.
The coach is like, you get back in there.
That was a good one. Brought to you courtesy of my host. Oh shit. Latin Legion Sunday, bro.
And don't be saying that's my cousin. So
What's on the agenda for Sunday, man?
just catching up. We were on hiatus because of Easter. We're just gonna catch up with what's going on in the world of toys, play a couple of games, and just shoot the shit as usual.
Hell yeah.
Easy breezy. I was trying to get a guess, but it was kind of short notice. But and the way Instagram works sometimes, like you message somebody and you DM them, and it's like put off into like some little section that they have.
If you're not
Oh,
their
so you
friend
need to
or on
guess?
their primary, then they don't see it till later. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some stuff disappears for some odd reason. So I was like, oh, whatever.
So, Fallen, did you hear what he said? He needs a guest. I mean,
So I'll be
what,
driving
is there
back.
anything wrong with me
Disneyland.
and the
I'll be
podcast
driving
being
back
on
from
Latin
Disneyland
Legion
that
and
day.
stuff?
I don't know if I'll be ready to, jump on a show. Plus, I'll have work the next day. Like it's.
What do I got going on Sunday? I think I do have something I'm working on.
You don't want
Oh.
to, dude.
Oh no, yeah, I might be home. What time? If you just saying if you want to put me on, I'm doing the pool guy actually on Sunday. Right now the opportunity is there. It's popping, and thanks to Chisel, the man who does it better. Yeah, La Pulga, baby. La Pulga, baby. Thanks to my man Chisel, he put me up on some inventory, and I'm gonna go out there and rock it. So yeah, I'll be busy on Sunday, but I might be done like around 2 o'clock or something. And also, what could be really cool, I could pop in for 10 minutes live from the Pulga.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll send you the link.
All right, cool.
You're not going to be up.
Yeah, Chisel. One love to Chisel, man, hooking me up. That's my boy.
We're up, brother.
Yeah, that's my boy.
We're going to be rocking it tomorrow, recording a lot for I've Got a Bad Feeling About This podcast. So we might get Jim Jones. That's not his real name, but it's his screen name.
Okay.
And yeah, we all drink the Kool-Aid because he started this like hateful it's I wouldn't say hateful, it makes fun of all the other Star Wars group who gatekeep and everything else. So we're gonna have this guy on, and he has so many stories about these shithead Star Wars collectors. So, and that's what we do on I've Got a Bad Feeling About This podcast.
Charlie, you got the link. Jump on before we cut the show off.
He's probably not paying attention now.
No, he's actually commenting live in the chat.
Oh no, I just saw him, but yeah, he probably went back to bocce unless they're done.
Bocce.
He likes
I'm
hitting
making you
balls
stay all day to get my money.
He's like hitting his balls with another ball.
Man, I'm already paid up, man. What do you mean? I'm getting
there he is. He's there, dude.
Okay, hold on. I'm not working for my money, to be honest. I'm working for my wife's money.
What up, dude?
You threw up a...
Hey, what's up?
Oh, you threw something up, bro?
No, you
Hold
did.
on.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
All right.
He's got to send a
Hold on.
nasty text real quick.
Shout out his game account. Oh, he's in the whip.
He's got to do a drug deal, major drug deal happening now, live.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
He's gonna go, no, this is my wife's car. I don't own any of this stuff.
We caught a mid. Yo, we caught a mid. How much?
Yeah,
No,
right.
sure, that's Pokemon in the back.
Yeah, that's not,
50 for all around the world for you, handsome.
It's like South Park. Free! I got you now, sucker.
Hell yeah, drink the Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah, man. How was bocce tonight?
Yeah, we fucking suck tonight. We got our asses kicked. Fucking horrible. So,
yeah, thanks for reminding me. Sunday I will be doing the Pulga, and it would be dope if I can dip in for live. I could dip in live. That'd be fire. I can pan around and shit. You guys can see it.
Yeah, I don't think they record
then,
that early, man.
Right?
Chisel.
Chisel.
We're at 6, so 6 p.m. Eastern.
So
that's
3.
What? 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
three,
yeah.
The Pulga's done at 3. I mean,
yeah.
No, the Pulga's
long
done about
gone.
2. About
He's
2
long
o'clock.
gone by 3.
Yeah.
So,
How long it takes you to pack up and everything?
Me.
he's got a
37 seconds.
No. He's not
It's
talking
a
about
quick-
when he laid down with his wife. He's talking about packing up.
No. He just
Yeah,
arm sweeps it into one bin and says, fuck it, throws it in the back of his fucking jalopy and drives off.
He
And he's mad as fuck because he didn't make no money.
puts everything in a Walmart bag. All right, there we go. It's done.
And I'm cussing at the security.
He comes out with one fold-up table, a 49er blanket, and 6 Roxcon items, and some Pokemon he got from me. So
That's exactly what my tail was going to look like.
And then he gets mad when people try to lowball him for this Pokemon.
yeah.
Well, see,
Then at the end, he just grabs the corners of the fucking Niner blanket, slings it over his back, and throws it in the fucking car.
Like
That's
Santa-
it. Done.
Same thing he came with, he leaves with.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pulga.
So basically, you just go to the Pulga just to hang out, right?
There's a purpose this Sunday.
No money to be
Only
made
when
at
I
your
bring the taser. That's it. Like, get this motherfucker away from me.
Dude, we're gonna go out there and we're just gonna hang around his fucking table and scare customers away because we're talking shit so much.
Well, check me out. Anybody who wants to check me out live out on the IG, when these guys show up, I'll go live on the IG. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I'm manifesting a very successful weekend. I got the Pokemon I got is fucking fire, man. So, you know, I'm going to get it in. I can't wait to jump on Latin Legion Live. It's fucking awesome that I paid for a StreamYard because there's no pressure. We're having a good 2-hour time right now.
Yeah, it's true.
You know? But with that being said, it's time to wrap it up, guys. One love to everybody joined us live in the chat. Everybody who participated in HOODMANIA, that shit was fire. Like I said previously a few times, we plan on growing this event, right, Jonathan?
Yeah, you're just adding more work for me to do, and that's fine. You know.
I'd like to shout out everybody who didn't lose their match at HOODMANIA. So not you, Cobra.
We all lost. Damn, none of us won.
Look, I didn't win shit at all. So,
Yeah.
but I am the booker, so people got to be nice to me.
Yeah.
And the creator and the executive producer and all that shit.
Yep.
He's the CEO. Okay, guys.
And KJ, my contract is still
valid. The contract. All right, yeah, like I said, shout out to everybody who joined us live. We had a great time. This is the end of the show. We are out. Bye.
Oh, wow.
Send me pictures
Good night,
of that
fellas.
contract, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
I will. Don't you have the copy, though? See, that's the problem.
I know, but I didn't take pictures, so I need it.
Oh, okay. I will. All right, I'll send you the copy.
Okay, why is it not?
All right, good night, fellas. Bro.
Plastic warriors rise from the shelves. Battle zones throwing tactics themselves. Legions clash under neon lights. Death grips the corners and needles fight. HOODMAINIA rise while fighting the veins. A worthy addiction, no broken chains. Highly multiple warriors stand tall. Latin legions bring the ball. Void groups waging the grand campaign. Victory calls through the pain. The weekly habit fuels the drive. Counting the fallen, still alive. HOODMAINIA rise while fighting the veins. A worthy addiction, no broken chains. Highly multiple warriors stand tall. Latin